Welcome to Dugout Report, episode number 7. I am here with Ashley, who is a diehard Miami Marlins fan, and we will be diving into the Phillies Marlins series and what her thoughts are on the upcoming series against the Mets. And welcome to the episode.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So what were your overall thoughts on this past series against the Phillies?
Yeah, so we knew it was going to be tough, right? We're on paper, our teams are about even. We both have our pitching issues, and we have some hot bats. Obviously, you guys have bigger names than us, but we knew it was going to be a tough series. How it's looking, I don't know if the game's ended, but it looks like we took 2 games from you. And although I didn't think we'd get swept, I didn't think we were going to take 2 from you. So 2 is better than none. 2 is better than 1. So I'm happy leaving Philly. I'm happy with how the series ended up.
So my next question is, what do you think about the pitch rotation?
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. So you listen to like ESPN and all these broadcasters, and they're telling you Sandy Alcantara and Pablo Lopez are like some of the hottest pitchers in the MLB right now. And you look at our team as a whole, and it's crazy to think like we have 2 of the best pitchers possibly in the MLB. But beyond Sandy and beyond Pablo, I am not confident in our bullpen. Now, Pablo Lopez took a shot to the wrist against the Astros. So although the X-rays were negative, who knows how his return's going to be. And Sandy's amazing. I was super upset when we pulled Sandy in the 8th, and then Didi. Yeah. I'm a big Didi fan. I mean, I liked him even when he was on the Yankees. When you knew it was going to happen, you're like, no, don't pull Sandy. Everyone was like, he's over 100 pitches. And I'm like, you just knew something bad was going to happen. And then Kurt, whatever you want to call him these days, when he goes in, my stomach just turns because I have no confidence in the guy. And Bass is he's inconsistent too. And I mean, Trevor Rogers is had up and down, but I wish Sandy can pitch every game, every inning at bat. Obviously we know we can't because it's baseball, but it's like you guys, the pitching's an issue. Pitching's a major issue. Jesus Luzardo, a kid from down here, we had high hopes for him, and he has been producing. He's injured 60-day. He's on the 60-day now. So just a lot of inconsistency with the pitching.
What do you think about the offense and how they are producing over the past couple of series?
Yeah, so our bats have been pretty hot, but so have yours. My favorite player on the team is actually Jesus Aguilar. Aggie. He's our first baseman with Coop, and Aggie's been hot, right? Aggie goes up to bat, but then we have people like Soler, who was the MVP of the World Series last year, who has been producing, and then Brian De La Cruz and Iggy Rojas, and of course Jazz Chisholm. So we have great names on paper who have been producing hot bats, but it all depends. Like, as long as our pitching stays strong and our bats stay hot, I've been decent with the bats, but everyone's been, there's been some slumps. There's also been some issues in our locker room. Supposedly there was like a team meeting about Jazz Chisholm. So it's like, you don't want any of that bad juju going on. But no, guys have been producing. Coop's been great. Aggie's been great. And then younger guys too, Brian De La Cruz. I just want to see more from like Soler. It was a big offseason getting like the World Series MVP. I was like, wait, what? So just more from some of those guys who we need more from, but decent.
I don't know if you saw, but the Phillies just walked it off.
No, they didn't.
Yep.
Stop. No, I don't believe. Did they really? I have to what happened?
Garrett Stubbs walk-off home run.
Who was pitching?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh. So take back everything I said 5 minutes ago. Oh no, that's so, yeah. I see it. Garrett Stubbs, homer to right field. JT Realmuto scores. Alec Bourne scores 3-1. Okay. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm glad that we got 1 game from you guys. So one's better than none. But, and honestly, to be completely honest with you, the games that we've been losing have been close. We haven't been getting blown out. they've been close series. So that's not surprising. I just didn't think it would happen during the show, but whatever. It's no worries. So game's not bad. One game from you guys is not bad. I'll take it.
How long do you think it would take the Marlins to get a spot in the playoffs?
I'll probably be dead before it happens. No. Well, honestly, you look at the NL East, right? And it's one of those divisions where it's like, okay, the Mets, so-and-so, the Nationals, so-and-so, the Phillies, right? So it's not the toughest division, right? I think it's actually divisions when you look at things as a whole. Like you take the NL East compared to AL East, it's apples and oranges. So, but the Mets have been hot, and Phillies are like hanging on, and I'm not worried about the Nats. So how long will it take? A big issue is our Mets, right? Let's just be real. Own the team, and when Derek Jeter came down here, we had like big hopes, thinking like this is going to be great. World Series guys, played for the Yankees. And he didn't do anything. In fact, he jumped ship this year and just gave up on the team. So that was an issue. And then our pitching has been an issue. We're supposed to have all these guys in the farm league, and they're supposed to be getting better. And then they come up here and they suck. So how long is it going to take? It's going to take a while. And then you think about it, like the Marlins get good guys. Like JT Realmuto played for us for many years. You got to remember Mike Stanton, Giancarlo Stanton, whatever he's called these days, played for us. And so we produce a lot of talent, and then Starlin Marte, but then we get rid of these guys. Take like longevity. Rome wasn't built in a day, so we need like keep these good guys, right? You need to keep Mickey Rojas, you need to keep Jazz Chisholm, and develop them more and more and more, and stop bringing in guys to try to fill the pieces. So how long? No time soon. Not going to be this year. I think we're going to be above 500 this year, barely, but we're not going to make the playoffs. It's going to be a while. Our other Miami are going to be better at the playoffs. Dolphins have a better shot of making playoffs this year than.
So what are your thoughts on the next series against the Red Hot Mets?
I wish it was not the Mets. I wish Nationals, but hey, they're in our division. You know that we got to play them a few times a year. So let's try to get some of these series out early. And later in the season, let's start hopefully knocking them out or hurting their playoff chances. And obviously they're going to make it. But I think for this, bats have to be hot. And let's really, really, really work our pitching. Okay, Okert, you had 2 really bad games against the Phillies. Like, we're bad at you now, but you can make it up against the Mets. And Pablo Lopez, if this is your rehab time, like, let's do it now. So granted, the Mets, scary, of course, they're in our division, but if we can at least take 1 or 2 from them, it'd be ideal.
I'll be rooting hard for you guys. Definitely in that series.
And we need for the Marlins. And here when the down at Lone Depot Park, if you've ever been to Lone Depot Park, times the opposing team has more fans than the Marlins fans, especially when it's like a New York team or so it's unfortunate when we have teams like that come down here, because it's sad for the Marlins, but definitely support us wherever you're at in Jersey.
I hate the Mets with a passion, so I gotta root against them for sure.
And we'll take you as a bandwagon this series. Absolutely, more than welcome. Don't discriminate, so you're more than welcome.
The Phillies actually have a 5-game series starting tomorrow in DC.
Lucky for you guys will do great against them. They're going to be easier than us, and you just took 2 from us, so I'm sure you'll take 3, 5 against them.
And then next week, looking ahead, the Phillies have to travel to San Diego, so that will be a big series for them.
Yeah, Padres are tough. They've been tough the past few years. They were even projected to make it to the World Series last year. They have hot bats, and also their pitching is great. So anything West Coast, them, the Dodgers, although the Angels have been struggling, which is really, 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 you guys, that'll be an interesting series for you next week. That'll be tough, but you'll be okay. Just win a lot against the Nationals, and the Padres, you'll still be A-okay.
Yeah. So, like every time I get a guest on, I always wanted their perspective on on my team and how the Phillies are doing. And do you think that since firing Joe Girardi, do you think that this team is actually a playoff team now?
So, and that's the thing with like the coaching, right? Everyone's like, fire Don Mattingly, get rid of Mel Steiner, right? I don't think a lot of it has to do with coaching. In fact, I like
Mhm.
Joe Girardi. I think he's one of the better coaches in the league. You guys have a lot of talent. I mean, Rise is amazing. Castellano's great. JT, Ivy, you have a lot of talent.
Mhm.
And Philly team in general. Like you guys, all Philly teams, whether it's the Eagles, whether it's the Phillies, your fandom, like your fans, like you guys support it and stuff. And the thing what I really like about you guys is that you will straight up boo your players. Like last game, you guys are like booing. Like that would never
Mhm.
happen. We'll be like, oh man, but you guys are so like diehard. So with your team, granted, new coach, new feel and stuff. I think you guys could get some ground on the Mets if you start working now. Now, don't start trying to pick it up in August or September when it's too late. If you're going to make the playoffs or at least start getting some ground on the Mets, you got to do it now. But no, I think that you guys, you and the Mets, I would have to say, dominate the NL East. But if you were to put you guys at the NL as a whole, you guys are very subpar. You know what I mean? There's
Mhm.
some like the NL than the NL East teams. But no, I don't. I'm not scared of you guys per se, but I wouldn't sleep on the Phillies either, if that makes sense.
They also have to watch out for Atlanta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't talked about the Braves, so I'm very salty about the Braves. And with the Braves as well, and actually, I've been to Truist Park. It's one of my favorite ballparks as a whole, and that's one team you can't sleep on as a whole. But no, I think that you guys have the potential of making the playoffs. Just you need to start making your run now. You need to win these series. We took one game from you guys. If you guys swept us, that would have helped you. So, and then Bryce Harper. I mean, no. So you guys are okay. You on paper, you're a very, very well team. You just have to put it together, and your pitch needs a little help. But whose doesn't? I don't know a team that has solid pitching. We sure as don't. I mean, we have pitchers in baseball right now, but everything else is
Yeah.
falling. So,
The the bullpen has been the big issue for this Phillies team, and it's not gonna get 100% right as of now. But I'm really hoping that they get someone in this upcoming draft, which is in a couple of weeks from now, and I feel like they can really get someone that has the same ability as in so Anthony Dominguez or anyone like him.
I love Sir Anthony Dominguez. I wish I had him on my team, but you need like a star pitcher, like our star pitcher Sandy, with Pablo being a strong second. If you guys have like a really strong starter and build your rotation around that, I think it would really be helpful for you.
Or they can try to get someone once the trade deadline hits.
Mm-hmm. There's gonna be some moves. Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be moves. And it's not really your bats. You guys on paper, your bats are fantastic. You just need more
Mm-hmm.
pitching. You need more you need to stop some runs.
So are you planning on going to any Miami games in the coming weeks?
I go to most of the games. We have season tickets. We have a Sunday package. So with the Marlins, you don't have to do like every game. They have the thing where you have weekend packages. I've been to opening day. That was a great game. And I went to two more games after that. One of my favorite games that I went to this year, we actually recognized our 2003 and 1997 World Series
Mm-hmm.
champions. So we all got like championship rings, and it wasn't even like a ring pop, like a legit cool ring. So
Yeah.
that was, but honestly, I do, out of all the sport teams out of Miami, my favorite team to actually go see the games is actually the Florida Panthers. They do
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. But the Marlins games are fun too. It's not packed, getting food and drinks and accessibility, and it's very family oriented. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to way more games, and it's close to the house, but it's always dead. It's always like
Yeah.
feel. It's not like Yankee Stadium where it's like packed, but it's cool to go to.
Mm-hmm. So thank you so much for taking the time to hop on, and I'll definitely have you back on again once the season progresses.
Perfect. No, thank you for having me. Unfortunately, my team lost halfway through the show, but it's pleasure. And I wish you guys luck with your upcoming series against the Nationals and more luck against your series against San Diego. And thank you for.
Thanks. Thank you again.
Perfect. Take care. Bye.
Bye.